everybody, and welcome to this annual general meeting of the Textile Institute. We have a large number of attendees from around the world, and that's a great delight. And I'm just sorry that I cannot see you all. I have to put up with just seeing the panelists, as indeed all of you do as well. So as I said earlier, I'm Elizabeth Fox. I'm chairman of the Textile Institute, and I'm joined on the virtual stage today by Professor Jess Power, who is the Honorary Secretary, and also Mr. Trevor Rowe, who is the Honorary Treasurer, and finally Ms. Katie Grenier, who is the World President. And the other gentleman you can see is Mr. Steve Edge, who is our guest speaker, and that you will be getting to know a bit better at the end of the formalities of the AGM. So welcome to this 111th annual general meeting of the Textile Institute. And I hereby give notice that the 111th annual general meeting of the Textile Institute is to be held remotely today, Thursday, the 20th of May, 2021. And although I know you've already been informed of this, may I take this opportunity to remind you that today's meeting is being recorded. Could I also remind you that when it comes to the votes, that you should only vote if you are a member of the Textile Institute. I know we have other guests attending the AGM, which is great, but that doesn't give you the right to vote, I'm afraid. And when it comes to the interview that our World President Katie Grenier is going to do of Mr. Steve Edge, if you have questions, if you put them into the chat at that point, then there's a chance that they will actually be put to Steve Edge at that time. So, in thanking everybody who's attending the meeting, I would invite the Honorary Secretary, Jess Power, to read the apologies from members.
So good morning, everybody. We have apologies received from, and I apologise if there's any pronunciation incorrect names here. Apologies for that in advance. Iram Ali, Dr. Phoebe PJ, Pichamutho Buhan, Alex Boles, Professor Chris Carr, Patricia Casey, Cheryl Khan, Vicky Dean, Matilde Fari, Carola Hardacre, Alan Little, Dr. Robert Mather, Evie Robinson, Andreas Roth, Helen White, Charles Wood, and Simon Bernard Boothroyd.
Thank you very much, Jess. Item 2 on the agenda is to receive and adopt the minutes of the annual general meeting held on the 25th of June 2020. As Chairman of Council, I request that the members present today agree to take as read the minutes of the annual general meeting of the 25th of June 2020, and I request the Honorary Secretary to read out that resolution.
Resolution 1 reads, the members present at the Textile Institute AGM on the 20th of May 2021 approve the minutes of the AGM held on the 25th of June 2020. May I ask for a proposer, please? And I'd like you to add your name to the question and answer section in the chat. So can we have a proposer? There's no names coming up. So has everybody got access to the chat? Okay, we have a proposer, Nadeep Sohi. Sorry. Can we have a seconder, please? Simon Harlock, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would refer you to the poll that's about to appear on your screen. So we'll give the poll a minute. Robin, can you make it live, please? So all those that are eligible to vote, can you please click yes or no to the first resolution? So Robin's going to display the results in just a moment. So we have a resolution of 88% voted yes and 12% no. So we confirm that the resolution has been carried. Thank you.
Thank you. So we move on to item 3, and the third item on the agenda is to receive and adopt the annual report of Council for 2021. The annual report has been circulated to members worldwide and highlights many key activities, achievements and events in 2020 and some from 2021, as well as a review of the Institute's professional services. And I request the Honorary Secretary to read out the resolution.
So resolution 2 reads, the members present at the Textile Institute annual general meeting on the 20th of May 2021 approve the annual report of Council 2021. May I ask for a proposer? Please add your name to the questions and answers chat. So we're just waiting for a proposer. So Parak Goswami has proposed. Thank you, Parak. And can I ask for a seconder, please? Frank Moore has seconded that. So we're now going to launch the poll. So can those in favour please vote yes, and any against please vote no when the poll appears on your screen. Thanks, Robin. So we'll just give it a minute again to make sure that everybody has time to cast their votes, and Robin will display the results on screen. So we have 90% in favour and 10% against. So we confirm that the resolution has been carried. Thank you.
We now move on to item 4. And the fourth item on our agenda today is the 2020 financial statement, including the statement of financial activities, the balance sheet, and the statement of recognised gains and losses, together with the related audit report. And I would like to invite our Honorary Treasurer, Trevor Rowe, to speak to this item. Thank you, Trevor.
Good morning, everybody. I trust that you've had plenty of time to peruse the financial data. Although it's a very long report, there's a lot of information on there of what happened last financial year. I think once again I must pass on my thanks to the staff of the TI for outstanding work throughout the year. We've managed to keep costs under control and achieve the revised budget despite the impact of the global pandemic. The Institute is in a financially stable position despite the impact of the pandemic. It has benefited from the success of its events, although these have been quite curtailed, its membership, professional qualifications department, and in particular publications, which enhance the overall revenue of the Institute. The overall figures for the year show that a small surplus had been achieved. This is due in part to the royalty income, but also the fact that we managed to obtain a number of grants throughout the year, particularly from Manchester City Council. So I'd like to summarise the main financial points. If I go in events, these were severely impacted by the pandemic and meant a significant loss in income. In particular, the parliamentary lunch and short courses were both cut. Well, the parliamentary lunch was cancelled, short courses were severely curtailed. In addition, the Textile Institute World Conference was expected to take place this year, but due to restrictions on international travel and large meetings, it just wasn't possible to organise such a large event. However, the events department did manage to obtain some sponsorship for a series of online webinars to promote the aims of the Institute. These were well received and hopefully will be repeated later in 2021. If we look at professional qualifications, this has been stable, but again impacted by the COVID situation, particularly some accreditations because universities had to prioritise their financial outlay in other areas. However, applications for TI qualifications remain quite steady at both the associateship and the fellowship levels. If we look at membership, the Institute has changed its membership renewals to a twice yearly January-July format instead of renewals linked to the month the original member joined. This has resulted in a change in the income stream, but will provide benefit of an improved cash flow throughout the year. Individual membership has been stabilised and corporate membership has increased slightly. In publications, the publications department had an extremely good year, contributing significantly to the income of the Institute. Royalties received across the portfolio of publishers was high. So overall, once again, it should be noted the Institute did not require to borrow money from the Foundation Fund. However, the overdraft facility was utilised to a small degree. This overdraft facility of £30,000 is still in place, supported by NatWest Bank, but it's not been necessary to borrow from any other external or internal funds during the year. Whilst the TI remains in a stable position, the impact of COVID has had a significant effect on income, but this has been offset by a significant reduction in expenditure. The investment portfolio is regularly reviewed, and there's been a slight change in the accounts to which the funds are allocated. These are now managed by Investec Wealth Investment Limited in a slightly different fund. The only other thing I need to talk about is a reserves policy. It was agreed by the trustees in 2018 that the TI requires the development of a reserve fund to protect it from any financial risk. And following recommendations from previous audits, the trustees put in place a strategy to begin to develop and increase this fund. Unfortunately, the current COVID situation has prevented it from being developed fully. However, we do believe the unrestricted reserve available to the charity is approximately £175,000. Costs remain under control. There has been little room to allow for any further investment, and the reserve fund policy has been put on hold for the time being. However, the trustees feel that the Institute has sufficient funds, i.e. this £175,000 in reserve, to cover contingencies for about 1 year. But it's hoped that this will increase over the next financial year. And the primary purpose of this reserve fund is to protect the Institute's charitable aims. The trustees are of the opinion that the TI is a going concern. The trustees consider that there are adequate resources to fund the continued activities of the TI to meet both the objectives of the Charter and its responsibility as a registered UK charity. Okay, thank you very much.
Resolution 3 reads, the members present at the Textile Institute AGM on the 20th of May 2021 receive and adopt the financial statements prepared by the Institute's financial auditors. May I ask for a proposer, please add your name to the question and answers section at the bottom of the screen. So we've got Helen Rowe as the proposer, and a seconder, please. Roger Gilmartin, thank you. All those in favour, please vote yes, and all those against, please vote no when the poll appears on your screen. So the poll is yes, 97%, and no, 3%. So thank you, everybody. That resolution has been carried.
Thank you, Jess. Well, we move now to item 5, which is to hear the World President's address. And it's my very great pleasure to introduce the World President, Katie Grenier, and to ask her to give her President's address. Katie.
Thanks, Liz. Chairman, members, colleagues, friends, this is my 3rd annual report as the World President of the Textile Institute since my inauguration in 2018. I never expected to last this long. The Textile Institute was deeply saddened to learn the death of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, and our thoughts and sincere condolences are with Her Majesty the Queen and the royal family at this time. His Royal Highness Prince Philip was both a patron and honorary fellow of the Textile Institute and a supporter of the Institute's work, particularly in the areas of scientific research, technology, development, design, supporting and encouraging young people, education, conservation, and the environment. We are still living in unprecedented times. I just reread my 2020 message and there was no mention of a global pandemic. A lot can happen in a year. I've been reflecting on a few things that have come out from a global pandemic. This is not to minimize the harsh reality of an incredibly difficult year for many. Many have lost loved ones, many are struggling, many feel sad, many feel scared and frustrated and broken. But while 2020 was especially hard, and for many, 2021 continues to wreak havoc globally, there have been a few silver linings. Out of coronavirus comes creativity. Out of quarantine comes valuable time of our family. Out of activism comes change. And for better, now there is hope. The COVID-19 vaccination programme will be the biggest in history. The Earth has had a chance to heal, cleaner air, fewer cars, planes, and energy consumption. Appreciation of our workers and frontline essentials. Racial grievances have been highlighted by the Black Lives Matter protest. Love thy neighbour, we are more connected to family and friends, and community spirit is alive. The joys of virtual platforms to listen, connect, socialise and enjoy types of culture, entertainment and education without even leaving the home. Change in the working habits has encouraged employers to switch from outdated business methods. A chance to restructure what really matters to us and opportunities to stop and reflect and make lifestyle changes. I love this poem by Emily Dickinson, Hope. It's the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings a tune without any words and never stops at all. COVID-19 may have closed Manchester head office, but it's brought us closer to technology, whether connecting with global sections, special interest groups, our co-workers, or just being the first port of call to advise the requests and queries relevant to our industry. And we have received so many more during this time. With our global network, we have the ability to provide and disseminate information. We have utilised technology to its best to develop and learn webinars for members and people with industry, which we will continue to review and develop as we go forward. I'm sure it will be no surprise to any of you that the Textile Institute continues to support competitions, bursaries, student graduates in the world when so many people are struggling with the difficult circumstances, including the Textile Institute Young Persons Award, the Golden Shears Award, the Sri Lanka Section Awards, the Bradford Textile Society Design Competition, which I'll be speaking at on the 15th of October. We are also proud partners of ArtsRed, a global graduate site, and media partners of Hand and Lock. It is so important to continue to support our students and our graduates who have at this very difficult time during the pandemic. If you would like to sponsor an award through TI for students and graduates, please just get in touch with Stephanie Dick. Not only that, if you have a job vacancy you are looking to fill, looking for partners to collaborate with, or you think it's time to write a book or an article for Textiles magazine, take part in events digitally or face-to-face, apply for a TI professional qualification, present an event or become a trainer, join us and get involved. The Textile Institute World Conference was remodeled so that the event could be run in person or digitally, and we are delighted to say there has been great interest throughout the world. Over the coming months, we will host and partner and will be chosen, and we are looking for some dates to secure future Textile Institute World Conferences. We will also continue to support our partner with key events around the world, making sure our members and industry have access to crucial, relevant information. We have missed meeting our members and our partners from around the world and seeing people at exhibitions and trade shows. Hopefully, some sort of normality will resume in 2022, but this will have to be carefully selected because we need to minimise our carbon footprint. Textiles 2030 is Waste and Resource Action Programme, a new groundbreaking, expert-led initiative harnessing the knowledge and expertise of UK leaders in sustainability to accelerate the whole fashion, and we will be proud signatories for Textiles 2030. This is the textile industry move towards circularity and system change in the UK. 2030 has already secured commitment from numerous brands and retailers, reuse, recycling organisation and affiliates. The first major high street names to join the Textiles 2030 include John Lewis, Marks and Spencer's, Next, Ted Baker and Recycletex, and many, many more. The TI has been involved in this initiative for more than 10 years, and over the next decade, the voluntary agreement will be set out to slash the impact that UK clothing and home fabrics have on the environment through practical interventions along long entire textiles chain. The TI have involved in encouraging those along the global supply chain to join Textiles 2030 for the well-being of our planet. Please contact Stephanie if you want to know more. And finally, yes, our website has gone live. We are now able to interact with you, our members, involve new audiences, answer requests, promote, attract our industry so that we can have interaction with you globally. We are thrilled with our website and we have had such wonderful feedback so far. Please email any more feedback, or if you have any questions or suggestions for the future, just let us know. I have the pleasure of joining you again at the close of the formal proceedings to chat with the fabulous Steve Edge, a founder of Steve Edge Design, who we have commissioned to redesign our website. He's the most incredible artist, designer, personality, and personal style icon, and I'm sure you will enjoy his story. So make sure you stay to the end. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katie. Item 6 is to declare the result of the election of members to council. And an invitation to seek nominations to council has been issued in accordance with the bylaws. And I would like to thank those members of council who have served their current term on council. Nominations to council did not exceed the number of places available, and therefore all shall be declared duly elected at this annual general meeting. And I would ask the Honorary Secretary to declare the results.
Thanks, Liz. I should like to declare the results from the nominations to council. The following members are duly appointed to council, and the Institute office holds a signed copy of nomination papers. Please note all the forms for the nominees have been provided in the appropriate manner. So we have Dr. Phoebe Apj from the UK, Dr. Anne Craig-Tite from the UK, Dr. Baiman Gati Gupta from India, Bob Lowe, UK, Dr. Hafti Zula Memon from China, Professor Jess Power, which is of course myself from the UK, Dr. Abdul Sabda Mohammed Sayan from the UK, and Jane Wood from the UK. Thank you.
Thank you, Jess. Item 7 is to appoint World President of the Textile Institute. The Textile Institute's honorary officers and council members first approached Katie Grenier in 2017 to be the next World President of the Textile Institute in 2018. And we were delighted when she kindly agreed to accept. The Council of the Textile Institute is further extremely pleased to announce that Katie has agreed to serve another year as World President. So I request the Honorary Secretary to read out the resolution.
So Resolution 4 reads, the members present at the Textile Institute Annual General Meeting on the 20th of May 2021 agree to appoint Miss Katie Grenier as the World President of the Textile Institute for 1 year. May I ask for a proposer? Please add your name into the questions and answers section at the bottom of the screen. I think we've got a proposer, Vanessa Wakefield, and a seconder, please. Sorry, my screen's not moving as fast. I think the first seconder is Lee Hapthorne, so thank you. All those in favour vote yes, and all those who wish to vote against press no when the poll appears on the screen.
Can I vote for myself?
I don't think so, Katie. I think Katie's biting her nails at this point. So if by magic, Robin will showcase the results on the screen in just a moment.
It's nail biting times.
A minute's a long time when you were waiting.
I'm excited to see my percentage.
97% vote yes and 3% vote no. So thank you, everybody. That resolution has been carried.
Thanks, 3%. I will be having words.
Thank you, Jess, and maybe show Katie our appreciation of her decision to extend her position of office as World President in the appropriate virtual manner.
And thank you very much, Textile Institute, for appointing me World President. I really want to use this time to encourage new members into our institute. It's been going for 110 years, and we need to make sure that we continue and grow for the future. So I want young people to come and get involved with us. You know, we need you. We need to go for another 200 years. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8 is to appoint the auditors. And so I would like to move to the final resolution on the agenda today, which is to appoint the auditors of the Textile Institute, Slade and Cooper, for 2021-2022. And I request the Honorary Secretary to read out the resolution.
So the final resolution reads, the members present at the Textile Institute AGM on the 20th of May 2021 appoint Slade and Cooper as auditors for 2021-2022. May I ask for a proposer, and can you add your name into the questions and answers at the bottom of the screen? I'm hoping my computer hasn't frozen because there's none coming through. So can we have a proposer? for the auditors? Oh, yeah. Abid Ghani is the proposer. And can we have a seconder, please? Joe, have you put yourself as seconder? Joe Cunning as seconder. So all those in favour vote yes, and all those against vote no when the poll appears. So 98% in favour and 2% against. So I declare the resolution has been carried. Thank you.
Item 9 is the date of the next meeting. The proposed date of the Textile Institute annual general meeting in 2022 will be announced in due course. As we all know, it's normally around about this time, and whether or not it will be a physical meeting or a virtual meeting or a combination of the two, we shall wait and see. So item 10, the close of the meeting. There being no further business, I would like to thank you all for your attendance, for your attention, and I hereby declare the 111th Textile Institute annual general meeting closed.